I have 4 tattoos and I got them all basically the same year. And that year was the year that I was 39, almost 40. So I waited like basically my whole life. Well, not my whole life, obviously. Hi, I'm Busy Phillips and you're watching my Women's Health Body Scan. What do I love most about my body and why? Well, I guess the thing I love most about my body is that it just keeps going and it's just there for me. It has done so many things for so many years. I'm about to be 43 and this body has birthed children, it fed them, it's been injured, it's gone through surgeries, and here we are. So I guess I really am into just my body's resilience. I do have tattoos. I have 4 tattoos and I got them all basically the same year. And that year was the year that I was 39, almost 40. So I waited basically my whole life. Well, not my whole life, obviously, but I waited until I was almost 40 to get my tattoos. The first one I got was this tattoo that says "aced out in her nudes," which is a thing my mom used to say about me, and it's a part in my memoir, my book, called This Will Only Hurt a Little. So if you read it, you'll understand that. And then I got a bird for my older kid, Birdie, and I got a cricket for my little one, whose name is Cricket. And then when I found out that E was, as I felt, unceremoniously canceling my late night talk show, I got an illustration that my friend Jeff McFetridge had done for my book. He's an artist in LA that says "F them" on my foot. I have my ears pierced, obviously. I actually have my septum pierced, and I got it done when I was 18, and I took it out sometime in my 20s. And then, I think it was last year, I was like, I wonder if that hole ever closed up, and it didn't, and I just put a ring through it. I can't remember why. I was at my friend's house and she was having a piercing party and there was a piercer and somebody there wanted to get their septum pierced. And I was like, oh, I had my septum pierced, but it's closed up. And the piercer was like, it's not closed up. It never closes up. I'm like, it's been out for almost 20 years. And he's like, let's see. And he just took a ring and put it just boop. It didn't hurt at all. It wasn't re-pierced. It was just he was right. There was a hole there. And then I think on the first season of Girls 5 Eva, in one of the flashbacks, I wore the ring. I was wearing it last year a bit, and then I just got sick of having it in my nose, and I just took it out. And then I have up here my ear pierced, and I got my belly button pierced after the Aerosmith Crying video when I was in high school. So that should just tell you my age. Oh my God, I've got scars. My whole body is scar tissue. I have scars everywhere. I had knee surgery, so I have a scar on my knee. I had to have an episiotomy when I gave birth, so I've got a scar there, which I've been told by waxers is a really nice scar. I don't know. I haven't really seen it. I mean, I guess I've seen it. I don't know, but I do have a scar there. I feel like I have just lots of little scars. I don't know. See, look, I'm the kind of person, I'm always busting my knee or my foot or just running into things. I am a little bit like a bull in a china shop, but I am both the bull and the china. I think it's a little bit of a mislead a lot of times when celebrities talk about their skin, because there is a lot of it that is just genes. We could go find my mom and you would see her skin and we could tell you how old she is, and you would be like, oh my God, she's got great skin. So there is a genetic part of it. And also, that being said, I do all the things. I drink all the water, I use all the sunscreen, I get facials regularly, which I'm a huge believer in. I'm always surprised when I meet women my age or I'm friends with someone and then they reveal to me that they've never gotten a facial or they've gotten one once. And I'm always scandalized by it. And I do anything at home that I can do. And especially during the pandemic, I really went deep on at-home treatments. I have the medical grade light mask that's the real one. not like the really expensive one. I have like an at-home laser that at the time when I got it, like you couldn't even get it in the United States. You had to get it overseas. And I fully pulled a lot of tricks to get it. And I love it. And I use it a lot. So yeah, I like use all of this stuff kind of like all of the time. And my mother has genetically great skin, but also my mother always got facials and always just was like, washed her face. Like I always saw my mom taking care of her skin as well. So I started to take care of my skin at a very youngish age, I guess, when a lot of my friends weren't really making sure to wash their face before bed. I always was like, can't leave makeup on, go to bed. So all those things. Oh, my hair. Well, when I'm not working, I don't blow dry my hair. And I try to be aware, if you don't blow dry your hair, you don't want to also like tie it back when it's wet. Just FYI, because your hair like it contracts and expands and then it can break. So you don't want to tie your hair back when it's wet. And in California, it was so much easier than now living in New York with wet hair because you walk outside and you're like, everything's so wet. Or it's winter and your hair freezes. So that's not great. But I think because I put my hair through so much stress when I'm working, I think it does save my hair a bit. I try not to tie my hair back too much, like too tightly when I work out for the same reason. Like a lot of people get breakage and they don't even realize they're doing it from like ponytails and tight putting their hair back. And then like I'm pretty consistent in shampoo and conditioner and like the kinds of products that I like are fairly light on my hair. I don't know, my hair is not something that I think too much about what goes into it. It just kind of is. It's sort of boring. So I dye it pink sometimes. But this is just like a washout. For my nails, when I'm working, especially on Girls 5 Eva, I have long, hard gel extensions. And so recently, I've been trying to just like take care of my nails myself and try to rehab them a bit with moisturizer in my cuticles a lot and using like some nail growth, like hardener stuff for people who get, fake nails put on. It's not good for you. I mean, that's not surprising. So for my like mental health and well-being, it's something that's very important to me and I think about it a lot. And I also am a mom and I have 2 kids and they're having to deal with that as well just because of the world that exists around all of us right now. So I have a therapist. I'm a big believer in therapy, weekly, setting an appointment. I work out for sort of just like my own brain. Really helps me to do like some hard cardio and really sweat it out. I like make time for myself a little bit. Like it's different, like some weeks you want certain kinds of comfort and other weeks you want other types. Like, I meditate. I have like all kinds of different things that I do now because I've just been doing this for so long. I would just like encourage anyone to, if you're having a hard time or you're feeling alone in any way, that there are so many incredible organizations and places that can help direct you and online. And a lot of them have sliding scales. So you don't have to pay like all the money in the world to get therapy. There are just like really good organizations out there. Google search it. I can't do all the work. You know what I mean? Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to Women's Health and watch all of the episodes of Girls 5 Eva on Peacock now.